Respected Prime Minister Modi ji, with much prayer and a broken heart, I'm speaking to you from Kansas, USA. You saw 14 hours ago my live press meet via Zoom, joined by so many leaders. And you know why I had to come out publicly, plead with you? And you know the reasons. For how long I have been pleading with you, especially about the corona crisis. And you're so upset with me because I openly condemned and confronted you on March 18th, 2 months ago, in a Delhi press meet. And your close friend on March 20th warned me what I did is enough to be finished or put in prison and leave the country. But I didn't leave the country. I was in India till May 8th. I have traveled from North UP to South, from East West Bengal, Assam, and meeting several chief ministers and leaders, including P.S. Sangma, Northeast. Why? I wanted to meet and ask BJP leaders, opposition leaders, Congress leaders, I met with Stalin to Kejriwal to other various leaders. Why? To hear their cry, what they are saying. It is heartbreaking what they are saying. Yes, your own leaders are unable to come to you boldly. My friends, including Advani ji, Rupala ji, Amit Shah ji, Nadda ji, so many others. Please call them for an immediate meeting and sit with them and open the discussion, because they are scared to tell you what I always tell you or what I write you. When I personally meet you, or I call you, or I write you, I am pleading with you today. Maybe you won't meet with me or you won't talk to me after today. But I am asking you, please do not ban Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, WhatsApp, that you are threatening them to ban from tomorrow. Give them 2-3 months time. They will abide by the rules. But listen to their democratic rules. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. What, 80% Indians are using YouTube? Almost 1 billion? Hundreds of millions, half of Indians are using Facebook. 700 million, 1/3 or 1/4 of their entire Facebook followers. World leaders, including President Joe Biden and NATO Secretary General, I am expressing to you, very concerned about the route you are taking. They are saying to you politely, and some are not saying to you. One of the key reasons why I went against my close friend President Donald Trump and wrote a book, 10 Reasons Why He Should Be Defeated. But the 11th reason is he called you the father of the nation. He never questioned you for 4 years, despite of 7 times I asked him to question you. Last year, February 25th, he given you blank check, praising you. And I know the reasons, you know the reasons why he did that. That's one of the reasons why 2.6 billion Christians are praying for his re-election, and probably I'm the only one, including my own wife and brother-in-laws and family members in America that live, supported him, prayed for his re-election. But I went against him day and night, distributing millions of books for free. Because as an American leader, leader of the free world, he did not confront you once, and he did it. Not only he has not confronted, but he has praised you and equalized you with Mahatma Gandhi, father of the nation. I said, enough, enough. That was my last warning to President Trump, Donald Trump. He lost his election with 44,000 votes from Arizona, Georgia, and Wisconsin. Even though he got 11 million more votes than the last time, 63 million. And you know how I worked hard to convince James Comey and Rudy Giuliani to open the investigation to defeat Hillary Clinton. I fight for justice, truth. And when you hosted me on January 25th, 2010 for almost 2 hours in front of Congressman Walter Fauntroy, my American delegation, I have questioned you. I have asked you 7 questions. You promised me about democracy, true leadership, development, doubling Indian economy, and your vision for the nation. And then you promised the world, all Indians, that you would create 20 million jobs a year. You would bring back the black money and give 15 lakh rupees to every person. And you would promote secularism. You would promote democracy. You would protect women and children. And you would take care of the farmers. And you would help the youth. What happened to your vision, Prime Minister Modi? I know this is the first time I'm speaking to you with a broken heart after 7 years. I have confronted you on March 18th, but you did not invite me or you did not come to meet me, but you have sent your leadership to Shangri-La Suite. And I was threatened. I was warned, not once, not twice, but 3 times by 2 leaders. And you know who they are. Advani ji told me, please don't take revenge. On October 1, 2003 and prior to that, about you and your future before he ever became the Prime Minister. With folded hands, so many leaders have begged me since 2007 till 2014 that I should not support you. But Suresh Jani, your American leadership, 7 of them met with me, convinced me when you requested me to come to Ahmedabad 2010. Between 2007 and 10, you know what I have done, how I worked. All of them are alive except 1 or 2. Ask, and you know it. What is going on in India? Is democracy dead? Judiciary is dead. Media is controlled. Now with Corona, is it true 50% of Indians are infected with Corona? Some are saying 60, 70, 80, 90%. Doctors are scared to speak. Media is scared to report. And the world is watching. Heartbreaking. Don't you want a good legacy? You have 3 more years. Do you want God to help you? Do you want the nation to remember you like they remember Vajpayee ji, like they remember Nehru, they remember so many other great prime ministers? Or do you want to end up with a legacy that you will become the worst prime minister India has ever seen? You have utterly failed controlling the Corona. I've requested you since 2020, March 9th. 15 months. You said, no need. You conducted elections in February. Your own CDC, Indian Medical, ICM, told on February 5th that 20% Indians are affected and infected. That is 280 million people almost. And since then, elections all over the nation, India. Panchayat elections in UP to statewide elections in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Assam, and so forth, by-elections in Andhra, Telangana, everywhere. And you know election commission is appointed. Whatever you say, they do. I confronted the chief election commissioner, Arora, 2 years ago, and I did a press conference after he did some illegal activities and calling him to his face. And you know it. Indian democracy will be dead in 40 days. I said it. I warned all the 18 of the 20 political parties to come together and boycott the election. They didn't do it. Even though Ahmed Patel, Kapil Sibal, so many Congress leaders came and met with me at Ashoka Hotel and Shangri-La Hotel. And openly, Kapil Sibal ji joined me in the press meet representing 18 political parties after he talked to Mamta Banerjee, Stalin and Kejriwal and so forth, so on, Mayawati, Loke, all the top leaders. Why am I saying all this? Please call for an executive meeting right now. Stop what you are doing. Start praying and think. Give freedom to the media. Invite international investigations. Do not stop the social media. Turn around. And then God will forgive you. Yesterday, Governor Sam Brownback, who was 3-time senator, 2-time governor, just yesterday in Kansas, who was international ambassador, who met you several times, we spoke for 75 minutes. He is doing July 13 to 15, freedom of religion from 60 countries, world leaders coming. I'm helping him. And he said, what is going on in India? Why the democracy is dying? You know what he did as a senator, lifting the ban, helping you, even confronting when you are at wrong. This is wondering. Presidents and prime ministers talk to NATO Secretary General, openly talk to President Joe Biden. He will tell you. Talk to European leaders, Australian leader, Canadian Prime Minister, UK Prime, German President, Norway Prime Minister, all of them who are speaking to me. And you know it, what they are saying. Listen to them. Listen to their listen to your own people. Bring in Advani and Gadkari and all of these leaders, 7, and listen to them. Once for all, listen to them. Listen to top 10 media owners and reporters, what is going on. Why media reporters are killed under your watch? Why they are threatened and filed with Rajdeep Sardais, including himself, Rajdeep Sardesai, filed a case against, you're declaring new war just for speaking of the truth? Prime Minister Modi ji, you know me very well. I went against Congress party because on July 5th, 2005, they've cancelled my peace mission that were helping millions of Indians, poor, widows, orphans, and the needy. They blocked the funds. They've frozen the accounts. Still, they are not open. And George Bush pressured Sonia Gandhi. And Sonia Gandhi pressured Rajshekar Reddy. You know the story. We talked for so many times, so many hours. That is why Vajpayee ji, Advani ji, and Shekhawat Vice President ji hosted me in front of Pandit N.K. Sharma and Susma ji and Ahluwalia ji, who is still alive, for 7 hours on July 17th, 2007. Advani ji hosted me for hours. Why? Dr. Paul support BJP. We will support the peace mission. We will support democracy. We will promote the nation of India to make super nation in the world. Where are we today? Are we becoming Venezuela? Are we becoming Nigeria? Are we becoming North Korea? Are we becoming China? At least China economy, GDP is 5 times more than us. 30 years ago when I came to America, our GDP was 180 billion. Their GDP was 300 billion. We are still 3 trillion or less, 2.5 trillion. And they are 15 trillion, and this year it will be 20 trillion, and 1 or 2 years they will exceed US if we do not hold them accountable. That's why I'm fighting with China, exposing them. Prime Minister Modi ji, I can go on and on and on. I am still willing to come and meet with you or talk to you. You know how to reach me. Tell your Sanjay Bowser to unblock my WhatsApp number. And I'm in touch with all other leaders today. Since March 18th, I know you are angry, upset with me because of the former leaders, Rakesh Tikait and Yudhvir Singh, and all. Because of the national leaders, steel plant leaders. Because they are saying why you have sold LIC 10%, profit-making company. Why you are selling airports, train stations, railways and roads and buildings and privatizing 26 banks. Millions of people losing jobs. A $5, 300 rupees train ticket is now 4 times more. Do you know that? In the last 1 year? How poor people, hundreds of millions can travel. What is happening when there is $100 trillion sitting in the world in America and the world is sitting? People are looking for India being the smartest country in the world. Google, Microsoft, CEOs are Indian. You know, I influenced Bill Gates through Bunker Hunt, his father, to bring them to 97 to India when Deva Gowdaji was Prime Minister. My friend who is still my board member. You know, I have taken hundreds and thousands of people to Hyderabad for high tech from 89 to 97 and then 2007. We can change India. We can double the economy in the next 3 years before you become defeated in 2024, if you would even last longer, that long. Country is suffering. Prime Minister, let us work together. Let us bring all the 25 political parties. Let us have a summit like I have done so many times in Tajman Singh, your BJP leadership, including Advani ji. All the Congress leaders, including prime ministers, have attended my summits 10 times, not once, in New Delhi. 7 religious leaders attended. That's why everybody should watch norwaynews.com. We will have the link. Thank you for your own government nominating me. Third time for the Nobel Peace Prize this year. But I don't care about Nobel Peace Prize. Ask Ahluwalia ji and Pandit N.K. Sharma ji when Vice President Shekhawat 2007 said, we will nominate you for Bharat Ratna. Who cares? I'm not interested. When George Bush gave me 2005 like a bribe, highest honors, did I go to receive? He gave it to my assistants. Prime Minister Modi ji, I'm not interested in peaceful resolution if there is a necessary for a war and declaration of war. Yes, I am declaring war. Yes, I am risking my life. Yes, your fanatics are in America everywhere. I have been warned. But if you can resolve peacefully within the 25 political parties and media and judiciary and election commission, if you can turn around within your own political party, you will be blessed. Otherwise, history will not forgive you. God will not forgive you. The nation of India will not forgive you. And the world will not forgive you. Please, for speaking this strongly, do not misunderstand. King Nebuchadnezzar, warned by God, did not listen. He became mental. He lost his head. God blessed him after he turned around. King David, when he killed Uriah and he took his wife, God punished him, killed his own son. When David turned around, the greatest King David, he gave him the son called Solomon, the wisest man ever born, the wisest king leader in the history of humanity. You're only 72. You can turn around. First, stop banning the social media. Give freedom to the Supreme Court and the High Court and democracies. Please, let us focus on bringing billions of dollars aid that is available now. Aeroplanes available, equipments available, medicines available, ventilators available, generators available. One meeting between you and me, why I went to High Court, Delhi, Supreme Court, last 1 month, so that you and I could work together. I have blessed you. Remember, every time I came, I prayed for you. I laid hands on you. First time physically in Ahmedabad when you hosted me and honored me and gave me great hospitality. And I said to you on January 25th, 10th, morning 10 o'clock, in 2 hours meeting at the end, I blessed you, said, you will be the Prime Minister of India. I kept my word. I campaigned for you. Would you please keep your word before God, to the nation, to me, and to the rest of the world and world leaders? Please do not take revenge. I am willing to die. Jesus died at 33 for humanity, salvation. Martin Luther King was killed at 38. On September 25th, I'll be 58, and I have no enemies. If you want to take revenge because I'm speaking to you now directly, it's up to you. God is my strength. God is my source. God is my buckler and refuge. Or if you want to invite me and let us work together, we can turn around this coronavirus, whether it is infected 50%, 70%, 80%. We can still, within 30 to 60 days, we can do wonders, and then we can double our economy within 3 years. I guarantee you 100%. And you know my abilities. And Amit Shah ji knows more than anything that I convinced how many Muslim leaders, including Saudi and UAE and Qatar, all those nations in Turkey, to work with. Now they are upset. They are angry because 20% of Indian Muslims don't have freedom anymore, democracy anymore. You haven't given one seat to one member of parliament in your party out of 543. People are watching. The world is watching. Don't think like the world is not watching, like a cat closing eyes and thinking nobody is watching, drinking milk until it was beaten and attacked. God is watching. World is watching. International media is reporting day and night. They are asking me questions. Today, Associated Press, that can report to 200 countries. But I am avoiding because it will come bad name to our nation. But I have no choice but bring you this message directly to you. Please read my letter. Let me know so that we can work together if you are interested to. Be blessed and be used and be transformed to save India, to save the world. Thank you very much, Prime Minister Modi ji. God bless you.